one of the really great personality psychologists and experts in the psychology of creativity, who started the popular movement with Timothy Leary, said to me that the rich get richer with psychedelics, that he's kind of backed off of what he thought was necessary in the 60s with Tim to like popularize them and get them out there in the public, because they knew that the institutions were controlling them, that the CIA and was behind the propping of them, getting them into the psychiatric profession, really using them as indoctrinating agents. And so their idea was to popularize them with these memes: question authority, think for yourself, anti-war memes. When Frank wrote about the psychedelic movement, he wrote about it as an anti-war movement. And he would be, heartbroken to see this, militarization of them and the advancement of the weaponizing of psychedelics. But the rich get richer, again, meaning that when you're already kind of, grounded in a spiritual practice, and I don't mean a spiritual cult, there's a difference, when you're committed to a path of, self-learning, and you already have reached certain states. It's like Buddhism, in Buddhism, when you first embark on the path, take on a spiritual teacher and learn meditation, you learn ethics and conduct and responsibility. You don't get into mystical stuff until later. And if you have mystical experiences early on in your practice, those are considered corruptions of insight. You're supposed to you're not meditating so you can have an awakening experience. It's sort of backwards. It's like, we think in the modern world, it's like the pursuit of an altered state of consciousness is the thing. But I think in terms of these more traditions and the way I look at it, we're in the altered state of consciousness now. This is our altered state of consciousness. When you see separateness, when you trust the government, if you're looking to the media for your information, they're altering your consciousness. They're hypnotizing you. When you were a kid and you went to school and stood up every morning and put your hand on your heart and said the Pledge of Allegiance, or at least had to listen to the Pledge of Allegiance, you were being programmed. Education is an induction of an altered state of consciousness to fill your brain with certain ways of seeing the world. And the process of awakening is a process of undoing all that stuff that you learned.